What's up, all my movie loving maniacs? This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and I'm going to talk about Transformers 1, which was released in theaters this weekend, and I went to the theaters to go see it last night. So let's review. So Transformers 1 is a Transformers origin story, and it is animated, and we basically see the beginnings of Optimus Prime and Megatron, who at this point in the story is known as Orion Pax and B-16. They start out as friends, and then as they go on a journey and they learn some hard truths, their friendship is changed. And if you know Transformers lore, you pretty much know where their friendship is going. Now, I'll admit, I was kind of not looking forward to this movie, mainly because we just got Transformers Rise of the Beast just a year earlier, and now all of a sudden we got a brand new Transformers movie, and it's animated, and it's not even part of the same continuity as the last movie, and we're not even sure where the continuity of the last two Transformers movies fall, but I digress. But also, the trailers just didn't look too good to me, and plus, having Optimus Prime and Megatron friends in the beginning, that just seemed like a trope that has been done to death millions of times and done dozens of different ways. And going back to the other Transformers movies, I didn't want to go back and rewatch the previous movies leading up to this movie because, like I said, I had did that a year earlier, so I just didn't feel like dedicating time to going back to rewatch the other Transformers movies, especially when they're fresh in my mind after revisiting them last year. And plus, let's be honest, the Transformers franchise doesn't have the best track record when it comes to making good movies. Then I started hearing that this movie is basically the best Transformers movie ever made, to which I kind of scuff at a little bit. But after watching the movie last night, nah, they are correct in feeling that way because this really is the best Transformers movie ever made. It not only surpasses all the Michael Bay movies, it surpasses the previous two movies, it even surpasses the animated movie that came out in the 80s. This movie is a whole lot better than what I expected it to be, and I guess part of that credit has to go to the director Josh Cooley, who directed Toy Story 4. And hey, how you feel about that movie? That's on you. But for me, I thought that was still a good movie, despite the fact that it was unnecessary. But he did a good job on Toy Story 4, and he brought that same energy to this movie. He made a movie that, like, no, we're not just going to make some fun, cutesy, animated, made for Nickelodeon made Transformers movie, which I thought this movie looked like for a sec, but no, he put some love and care into this movie. This movie really did a good job at showing the downfall of the friendship between Optimus and Megatron, or Orion Pax and D16, as they're known in the movie. It does a good job of showing how they go from Orion Pax to D16 to Megatron and Optimus Prime. But at the core of it, they were two friends, brothers at times. But something happened, they discover some harsh truths, and both of them take it different ways. And the way it progressed, and the way they showed it, the way they illustrated, it was believable. It was not afraid to go to some dark places, or as dark as it can get for an animated Transformers movie. But the fact that this movie was able to go to some places that I did not expect, that needs to be recognized. The voice acting for the most part was pretty good. I'll admit, I was a little worried when I heard that Chris Hemsworth was going to voice Optimus Prime because I like Chris Hemsworth, but he is no Peter Cullen, and that his voice is so synonymous with Optimus Prime that anybody that's not Peter Cullen is just gonna be noticeable. But in this story, it makes sense because he's a younger Optimus, and he's a little more. Dang, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, the roles are switched, in which Megatron, he's a stickler for the rules, and Optimus, he basically doesn't look before he leaps. But then that switch happens to where they learn some harsh truths, and then Megatron is like he was lied to. His whole world has changed, and so that sets something off in him. But then it also inadvertently changed Optimus as well. And shout out to Brian Tyree Henry, who does play the voice of D16, or Megatron, I should say. All right, look, I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep referring to them as Optimus Prime and Megatron. I know they got different names at the beginning of the movie, but to me, they've always been known as those two iconic names. So, for the sake of this review and my sanity, I'm just going to keep referring to them as Optimus Prime and Megatron. So, forgive me for not being deep into Transformers lore. But Brian Tyree Henry did an excellent job as the voice of Megatron, as well as Scarlett Johansson as Alita, and Keegan Michael Key as Bumblebee, who was on the verge of being annoying at times, but they struck the right balance. John Hamm plays the voice of Sentinel Prime in the movie, and I'm not going to reveal too much about his character, but yeah. This is without a doubt the best Transformers movie ever made, in my opinion, and everybody is correct when they say that. And now, as far as do I think this is the best animated movie of the year? I mean, I'm still wait until we see The Wild Robot and Moana 2 when those two movies come out. But for right now, this is definitely, at least in my eyes, the best animated movie of the year. And it's definitely the best looking animated movie because, my God, the trailers did not do this movie justice on how beautiful this movie is as an animated movie. So, yeah, this is both the best animated movie of the year with Inside Out 2 as a close second right behind it. I'm gonna give Transformers 1 a surprising but a resounding heart eyes emoji. But that's it for this review. Have you seen this movie? Let me know in the comment section below and let me know what you think. This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.